Mr. Chairman, thank you so much, and I think the temperature in the room is marvelous. I want you to know. There could not be a more symbolic gesture today as we consider this bill than the chairman's gesture to invite these children to sit in these desks. Because this bill is about the future of leadership with Indigenous people and Native Americans and Native Alaskans and Native Hawaiians all across our country and the conditions in which they are currently struggling to find a future. I began this journey, quite honestly, as the Attorney General of North Dakota, traveling in Indian country and trying to resolve jurisdictional disputes, looking at the challenges that Native American children had. I frequently went to national events, particularly when I was meeting with the Secretary of Interior, and as everybody would challenge the Secretary to do more for their states in terms of endangered species and drilling rights and whatever else those issues would be, I would always take the last seat. And I would say, what are you going to do for Native American children? They live in poverty. They suffer high rates of depression and suicide. They continue to struggle economically. They continue to struggle to graduate from high school. And they continue to struggle in families that are riddled with substance abuse. Huge, huge challenges, even back in the 90s. Mr. Chairman, when I was elected to this job, I realized that that person that I was calling out, that federal officials, that I called out every chance I had, and certainly once a year, that now I had to look in the mirror and know that I was that federal official. It now was my sacred duty and my responsibility to do everything that I could do to help and to improve conditions for Native American children. You know, if hope were a strategy, this problem would be solved, because there isn't anyone who sits on these panels, whether it's our Indian Affairs Committee in the Senate or your panel here, there's no one who sits on these panels who doesn't despair and doesn't hope for change. We have to stop hoping and we have to start acting. And when I thought about that, I thought, well, what would you do differently? I said, I'm exhausted from answers. I need different answers. I need different strategies. I need the wisdom of places in Indian country that are succeeding, like the Menominee, that have doubled their high school graduation rates because they treat trauma, including historic trauma. We need to find those solutions, but we can't do it without experts, and we can't continue to do what we've always done and expect a different result. I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I intend to stay for the entire hearing. That's how much I care about this bill. I will not stop until we actually find a way together as the adults in the room to fulfill our sacred trust and our sacred obligation to all the children of America, but particularly children in Indian country. But I want to express my extreme gratitude to this committee and to the hospitality that's been extended to me and the interest that's been extended to me for all the members of the committee who have stepped up and said we can and will do better, given the right solutions. So, Mr. Chairman, thank you so much. I'll be here if there's questions that you need answers to. I intend to stay for the entire hearing. And I want to applaud these young people. You are our future leaders. You will not only be leaders in America, Samoa, or in your communities, you'll be our American leaders. You represent the best of us, but we need to do better, and we will do better for all of our Native children living in Indian country. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you so much, Madam Vice Chair. I would be glad to answer any questions.